Good morning. So it is a beautiful morning in the garden. It is not too hot, still early, but I am out because I have more work to do this morning and I need to harvest some tomatoes. Our tomatoes are really needing a good cleanup at this point because we've been away. However, there are so many on here that I just have to take off. And I've got to get some things rolling with them to try to preserve them and not lose them. So I figured I'd take you with me this morning and let you see the harvest because I'm so excited. We're getting such great tomatoes. So stay tuned. So as I'm pulling tomatoes, you saw me hesitate a little bit because there are stems that are being eaten. So I'm pretty sure there is a worm there, and I actually just see one of them. That guy off there, it's a little one, so I'm sure he's not the one doing that. But I did find a tomato hornworm in the garden at another section somewhere else, so I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for that. Another one, but again, another small one. Get rid of them. But I'll continue on, and I'm going to be looking for that hornworm to see if it is here somewhere. And you see me taking some of the ones that aren't completely ripe yet, but again, I have worms, so I don't want to leave my tomatoes on the bush because they can finish ripening inside, so no need to leave them here and risk the chance of losing them. So I would much prefer to take them with me. Also see me stepping a little gently in this area too because I have a watermelon down here, a couple of watermelons actually, that have found their way from the watermelon patch and have made it to Tomato Alley. So yeah. And as you can see, the bushes are like really needing to be trellised up. And I also have something else going on. There is a pea plant that is here, or bean, a climbing bean, and it is pulling on my tomatoes. So I haven't seen any beans from it yet, so I may need to pull that out of there just to leave my tomatoes alone. Plants are right beside this, so you see me trying not to. That's the okra plant too. tried it out this time just to see how it would do. And it is safe to say I will never do that again. And if you hear that hot rod, that is my neighbor. And he almost lost it. Stopped for a second because I'm like, what is that? And I have never in my life seen this. But I think these are worms on my tomatoes. Holy cow. Okay. Uno momento. Okay, so I'm back, and I went and washed this off because there is nothing wrong with this tomato. You know, there's nothing going on here. It looks great, and it literally looked like the worms had just hatched or something. Like they were little infants, which is really strange. Never seen that before. But what I am seeing, so I will be doing more inspections as I go to take these inside, but look at that. And there's a worm in that one. This one looks like it's just been bitten, but no worm in it. But there is a worm in that one, so I'm gonna go ahead and bust that open so that you can see what that looks like. Ugh. That's nasty. But yeah, look at there. He's an ugly fella. And he's in there. Yep, so that one's done. Tomatoes done, and so is the worm. So I'll set that to the side and continue. That's one of the reasons I said that I would do an inspection before I actually finish with these. I may take them in the house, but I'll definitely inspect them before I just kind of leave them to rest. On this side as well, so since other tomatoes are heavier, let's see if I can finish these off before I start grabbing the cherries. have watermelons right here, so trying not to step on them. Okay, so it looks like I've gotten all of my larger tomatoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my cherry tomatoes. Here's some of my cherries. A little split on that one. I think I'll eat him. So, here's a little taste. That one split. That's so good. So full of water. Sweet. Just delicious. I may end up eating quite a few of these. This little guy, no need for him to go in. It's so good. I'm getting some smaller cherry tomatoes now. Probably because of my watering schedule. It's been raining quite a bit, so I haven't watered it as consistently as I normally would. But normally I would water my tomatoes every day. That one's splitting a little bit, so yeah, don't need that one to go in either. That's so good. And yes, I'm pulling these straight off of my vines because I am a no-dig organic gardener. So when you're organic, you don't have pesticides that you have to worry about needing to wash off before you can enjoy your fruit. So I am running out of room, but we'll keep going. So we're going to grab our last few fruits. And again, that one bean plant is pulling over the trellises for, oh, that's funny. It's not the only thing pulling the trellis. I'm actually looking at a watermelon pulling it over too. So I'm going to finish the harvest and then I'll show you what's happening. This is hilarious. So here we are. This is our harvest, our tomato harvest. Our pail is nearly full. Well, it is full. No need to say nearly because it truly is full. So this is what we have for this haul. And I was on last night watching some videos, and this has just been a good plant for me this year. And oh my gosh, who was I looking at? Who was I watching? Growing with Hudson, that's who it was. And she was talking about her tomatoes and how her tomatoes had just started. Wow, look at this one. Looks like a worm had started eating this one. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, we'll take them on out of here. But she was talking about how hard it was for her this season with her tomatoes, and that they had just started really producing fruit, and how the growing season has been that way for a lot of us growers, really all of us, that we've had our different issues. And I absolutely agree with her. Tomatoes have been wonderful for me, even though I'm in the Piedmont of North Carolina, zone 8A. However, the tomatoes, even though we've been in mid to high 90s and even over 100 degrees for a lot of the time, the tomatoes have done wonderfully. That's not always been the case, though. I did have a year where my tomatoes really did not produce. Like, I didn't have this. They waited until it got a little cooler that year. So I really don't know what the difference was this year to that one, because there really wasn't much being done differently. With the watering, the plants were in the exact same spot. So I don't know what that issue was, why they didn't grow as fast, but not bloom and actually flower. And thankfully, I actually still have quite a few that are flowering. So these plants aren't going anywhere. So if you can see that, I still have a lot of fruit that is coming. I still have flowers that are budding. I have a lot of cleanup to do, yes, because of the worms being here. But all in all, these aren't really going anywhere right now. These are going to continue on, and I'm going to leave them here because, like I said, they've been great for me this season. They've done really, really well. So this is what I was talking about. See this pea plant? Or not pea, bean. I think it's a pole bean. First time I've ever grown that bean, so I had no idea what it was going to do, but I can assure you I will never, ever, ever put one plant near my tomatoes again, because as you can see in here, see how nutty this looks? It's being pulled over. It's literally attaching itself to the tomatoes that are in a different aisle. This is supposed to be in a walkthrough, and it was while I was here. Once I came back, it wasn't. But look at all of that. So I have to train this back to itself. I may just pull it out because, as I said, I haven't seen any beans from it. So I may just pull it out of here and just chalk that one up, that experiment up. But I also wanted you to see that watermelon. So hold on one second, because I know the cicadas are crazy. So hold on. Okay, so guys, this is it. This is our tomato harvest for today. We'll go ahead and take these in to the house, and I'll continue my inspections for the worms, make sure that I'm not introducing worms into my little pail here, get them all set up for next steps. They are coming so fast now that I've got to figure out what to do with all of them, because canning is on the list, but I've not done it yet. So I'm a little nervous about it, but I've really got to get my canning game together. So all right, thanks guys for watching our tomato harvest, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.